Yeah, it seems that's the way it works. We've had it in, we've repped it before, tweaked it a little bit here and there. You just never know with those. It's obviously hit or miss, and this one hit, so it was good. It's a lot of fun when that happens.
Coach, yesterday Philip said he's always confident going into a game, but he looked at that script on Saturday, and he had a really good feeling about it. What's the process like, and define the plays you want to start with early on?
Well, that's all part of the week's progression that you go through in preparation. You sit in here on Monday and Tuesday and you put a lot of ideas, go through a lot of things, and then you have to put them down on paper and work on them in practice. And during the course of the week, you get a feel for what you do well, what you're comfortable with, especially what the quarterbacks feel good about, and you just try to narrow it down. And then probably one of the things that I enjoy the most is Friday afternoon after the practice. We get together and we talk about the plays and kind of put them down the way the way you want them to come up. A lot of times it's plays that you like. And I think Philip said it. It never goes really down the string, but usually the first couple I'd say that a lot of times they are the ones that we run. There's quite a few times that we don't because situation changes that. But I think it's good because everybody knows kind of what we're thinking, and that helps.
Those numbers against the blitz were really good Sunday and have been for a while. Is there something he's doing with pressure, either anticipating before the snap or that he sees that snap that's helping him sort of handle it?
Well, he's been playing at a high level for a long time, and one of the things that he does as well as anybody is he really studies it. So a lot of times he's prepared for the blitz, or he knows when the pressures are coming, and he does a good job of getting the ball out to where it needs to go to. So that's one of the things when you face a quarterback like him that you have to be careful with because he is so good at his preparation.
With the way that Philip's playing right now, how do you stay in that zone where he's just going out there and seeing it and throwing it?
Well, I think we've been doing this for a little while, so we have a pretty good feel for the process of how to prepare and what we like doing. And, obviously we've been on a good little run the last few weeks, but there have been a lot of times here, Eric, in the years that we've been here, where we've been on these kind of runs. And, a lot of it has to do with Philip and the way he's playing, but, our guys up front are doing a good job, and our receivers are running good routes. And I think the biggest thing is we're able to mix it up a little bit. So that helps. That's no guarantee. We're facing a tough challenge going into Kansas City. It's always it's a great place to play. I love playing there, but it's hard. So I think the biggest thing is, in the preparation of the week, what you're comfortable with, what we feel is the best way to attack with the opponent that we're playing, and we all get on the same page. So they don't always work out the way you want it to, but to me, it's the most about the preparation for it.
Did you design that reverse Travis for Philip to be the lead blocker?
We had our meeting Saturday night before the game, and that was one of the plays that we reviewed that we showed on the tape. And I said, because in practice, Philip led it out to the front, but in that case, the defensive end was there, and he went into this big show of blocking the defensive end. Of course, wearing no pads out there in shorts. So I said, well, Philip's going to go pass that in and lead it down the field. Well, he did, but he didn't block anybody. He just kind of was like the parade master going down the field, But it's always fun when those kind of plays work. And, it was our guys executed it well. We had it called earlier in the game at one point, and we didn't have a good coverage for it. And Philip checked out of it, which is one of the benefits of having a guy as good as he is playing that position.
Did you prefer parade master over
Yes.
maybe the alternative?
Absolutely. I would have preferred if he'd just gone on ahead and run on out of bounds so he'd get out of the action. So, but, it was, like I said, when those things work, they're a lot of fun.
He's mentioned that first game against Kansas City as kind of a turning point in this season where he threw 3 interceptions, felt like he didn't give you guys a chance to win. He's only thrown 3 more in the next 10 games. Did you see him reacting positively to that first game against the Chiefs?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of factors that went into that game. We were struggling with Joe and his foot at that time, and it was right up before the game, and Joe wasn't going. We had a change in the offensive line, and sometimes those things are difficult when you're going against a team like Kansas City. And there were a lot of us that didn't play well enough in that first game, and you go on, you move on. But the competitor that Philip is, it wasn't just him. Everybody's involved with that when things like that happen, and that's probably one of the best things about this team is they've rallied together. It's a pretty strong group, and and we just moved forward, and it was good. I think one of the things that was, impressive in that game was that we had a lot of negative things early, and we still fought and had a chance, and we stayed into the game. And I think that kind of helped set the tone for us going forward.
What do you think of how Mike did yesterday, and what do you want to see from him the rest of the year?
I think yesterday was a little bit of a feeling out process for Mike, getting back on the field after having missed a week. He moved around a little bit more. We played him in another spot yesterday where he actually had to block force on a run and do some things in the run game. And I wish that we'd have gotten him a little better throw on the one that was intercepted, because he had a chance to score there. And that would have been nice for him. I think that would have been good for him to experience that, which he's going to see. It's going to happen for him somewhere. But he's improving. It's when you miss that week, you have that setback. The biggest hurdle is getting back into the action because of how much faster this game is. But he did a good job. Hopefully he'll even be better this week coming up as he gets more time in practice, and certainly has gotten the get back into the game out of the way. Good?
Appreciate it.
All right.